Welcome to 2018 in the Backyard Farmer Garden. As you can see, not a lot happening in the Backyard Farmer Garden right now. We do have the cover over our raised beds, and we have a few little sprouts coming up inside there with some radishes started about 3 weeks ago. We haven't seen our lettuce emerge yet, but we're hopeful. As you can see in the greenhouse, everything is green and lush. We have tomatoes, peppers, whole bunch of different veggies for the All-America selection choices this year. We have some cool new annuals that we're going to be looking at that All-America selection has sent us also. We have some cuttings from some of the annuals last year, so you'll see a few familiar faces in the flower pots, but they'll be in different arrangements, so stop by and see that. We also didn't stop gardening in the Backyard Farmer Garden after the season ended. When you stop by, you'll see our new irrigation system underground. Very excited. It's going to help the master gardeners get everything watered in the proper way. So stop by the Backyard Farmer Garden this year and see how we're growing. This week in the Backyard Farmer Garden, we wanted to show you what we've been doing all winter long. We actually started last October, right before all those cold freezes started in the garden. We cut back some of the favorite annuals that we had, put them on the mist bench, and got some roots going. We babied them all winter long, started more cuttings from them in January and February, and now look at what we have. Coleus, irisine, all these really cool annual flowers are going to add to our containers this summer. In about late February, 1st of March, we started some of those longer annuals that we have to plant. So we started some of the ornamental peppers, we started some begonias, we actually started some pansies also, so we can have a little bit of color in our garden early in the season in the containers. Last week, we probably planted about 10 more different kinds of tomatoes and peppers. So we're really looking forward to that. As you can see, they're sitting on the heat mats, ready to burst through the soil, and then we'll pot them up, put them into bigger containers. We're going to take care of them until about the 1st of May, and we're going to start moving them outside and hardening them off to put them in the Backyard Farmer Garden for everybody to check out. This week in the Backyard Farmer Garden, we're going to continue to talk about kind of what we did all winter long. As you can see in the garden, everything's pretty much cleared up and you don't see a lot of cool veggies, flowers, or anything like that. Last October, November, we took everything out. We wanted to make sure that we were not leaving any kind of disease or critters behind that would influence our potential crop this year. We also hand turned all of our soil over so that we were making sure that we were not having any compaction. We left our little paths in the middle of our big beds so that we were also again then making sure that there was no compaction areas in our garden. And then we came in and added about 20 yards of compost on top of this, all over those annual beds, making sure that we're adding that good organic matter into our garden. We let Mother Nature take over then after that, and we let the freeze and thaw break down all those big clods that we turned over. So now, as soon as it warms up, we are able to begin sending those great plants in the greenhouse out into the garden. This week in the Backyard Farmer Garden, we were actually lucky enough to get outside. As you can see, we have some plants in our raised beds. We have some leeks, some onions, some pansies for a little bit of color, and some Swiss chard to get us those greens all summer long. We put some broccoli in our high tunnel, and we've been keeping an eye very closely on our soil temps. We have a soil thermometer. You can purchase those online pretty inexpensively, or you can go to Crop Watch and find the temperatures closest to you on their website. As you can see from our soil thermometers, the raised bed that is not covered is almost 10 degrees cooler in the soil than the one that's raised. so we can actually push some of those vegetables a little bit faster in our raised bed that's covered. So stop by the Backyard Farmer Garden and check out our garden.